everybody! Welcome to another edition of Jake and Justin in the Morning. We are doing a March Madness special, which is why we have no guest for today.
You know, you really hyped up everybody on the last episode. Be like, who's the guest? I'm not telling you. When there's like no guests, so I think this is false advertising.
I didn't say there was not going to be a guest.
Yeah, but you gave everybody a false sense of hope that there was going to be a guest.
No, I said I'm not going to. I said I'm not going to tell you who the guest is. I didn't say that. I never confirmed there was a guest.
Respectable. I can't complain about that.
All right. Well, since there's no guest, Justin, what did you have for Breck?
Oh, we're just jumping into it. Okay. Well, I've actually never gotten this question asked to me yet. Wow, this is huge. Well, today for Breck, I had a very, very fancy meal. I went to Burger King and I got a egg, cheese, and Impossible sausage sandwich.
Wow.
And it was actually fantastic.
Wow. Hold on, all the stops.
That was actually the first time when I went to Burger King that I actually liked something from there. So this is an anomaly for me. I'll definitely be getting the Impossible sausage there again, because it's apparently healthier, and
healthy. Something's healthy at Burger King.
Yeah, apparently so. Apparently their plant-based sausage patties are healthy now.
Wow.
But yeah. So now, Jake, what did you have for breakfast? You know, I don't even want to know.
I had my multigrain Cheerios and a bagel. With plain cream cheese.
You're not even like busting out the onion. You're not even getting like a little bit of flavor into there with the onion and chive cream cheese.
No,
I'm not really putting on like a little onion chive schmear on there. No.
Nah, I do plain schmear.
Not an onion or caper on there. No, not a little lox.
None of that.
You don't hit it with little lox when you go on?
I do not hit it with little lox.
Oh, okay. Speaking of lox, I gotta ask you something. The premium dinner is at Sacred Heart on Sunday night.
Yes, it is.
Oh, you getting the main lobster tail?
No.
You're getting the filet mignon?
Yes.
Well, okay. I was about to say, if you're not gonna get the filet mignon or the lobster tail, why are you even gonna do it?
Yeah, I can't pass a filet mignon steak. It's the best steak in the world.
Yeah, I can't pass on a filet mignon steak. I've actually never had a filet mignon.
Oh, you're gonna love it.
Oh, let me guess, it's better than New York?
Huh?
Is it better in New York? Just like the pizza and the bagels?
Well, the pizza and bagels is, I don't know. I've never had a filet mignon steak in any other state besides New York.
All right. Let me ask you, is a New York strip good because it's from New York?
I don't know. I've never had one.
All right. That's fine. Anyway, we got a great show for you guys today.
Yes, we do. Yes,
really exciting. So let's just jump right into it. Jake, lead us in.
All right. So
you won't.
Yeah, well, watch me. March Madness! March Madness is currently ongoing. We've had some upsets.
Are you excited? Because I'm excited.
Very excited. There's one upset that I'm not excited about that already happened. I'll let Justin explain this.
Okay, so here's the thing. Should we pull up our brackets?
Yep, let's
flex our, all right. Let's flex my bracket first, just to show you guys how well I really thought about this. So, y'all can see that. So, my bracket's called Knowledge Checks, obviously. Jake knows why.
Yes.
And I obviously had Gonzaga to win.
Same, man.
So far, based off what we're looking at, this is really right here.
Wow.
So I had, here's the thing. I did not expect Wisconsin to win, but
I didn't either.
But actually, the way the Blue Bloods were going this year, I had a feeling that UNC wouldn't win. But I just gave them the benefit of the doubt, which I shouldn't have. I knew Baylor was going to win. This was obvious.
Yeah.
That Baylor was going to win. Okay, this one's interesting. Wow. I actually had this team winning too. Holy my goodness, I'm a god. I got this right. I know you're mad because Colgate lost to Arkansas. And I was right with Texas Tech, which I'm also glad about. But here's the real one. So did you have Virginia Tech winning?
I did.
I had Florida. I had the Gators, as you could see. But now here's the big one, which Jake is very upset about. When I made this bracket with him on Tuesday, I said that they were going to. I said that Oral Roberts was going to beat Ohio State University. Why? Because two reasons. Number one, I thought that because we were saying about 3 years ago, a 16 seed beat a number 1 seed. University of Maryland, Baltimore County beat what's his name, Virginia, which was incredibly impressive since nobody's ever heard of UMBC. So now I'm looking at Oral Roberts University and Ohio State, and I said to Jake, this is the upset team. That's why I told him. And guess what? I'm on a journey right now to find my doubters who didn't believe that Oral Roberts would win. Because if I were to bet on this, I'd probably be a millionaire. What do you think?
Honestly, you probably would, because the odds were probably through the roof that Oral Roberts was going to win.
Yeah, the odds were against me, but you know what? Here we go. Oral Roberts, let's go. Champions right here. Then we go down to the Midwest to where Loyola Chicago won. I don't know why I had faith in Drexel.
You picked Drexel?
I picked Drexel for the meme, to be honest with you. Just like I picked Oral Roberts for the meme, but it ended up being wrong. That's unfortunate. I had then I had Loyola Chicago, which I was right about. My doubters.
By the way, Sister Jean did make the trip to March Madness tournament.
Oh, nice.
She is there.
I'm surprised about these. I knew Liberty was going to lose, but they barely lost. I'm surprised that Oregon State won.
I picked Tennessee to win that game.
That's actually a pretty big upset. Okay, now Q's is in the house, and that's
in the house. Yet. Oh my god!
You know, oh my god! I don't really think you should be saying that, considering you're from Sacred Heart. And then for the Houston one, I had faith. I thought that
Cleveland State. What is with you?
Could have happened. It could have happened. Let's face it, you doubter. Let's face it. Oregon State could have came out there. I mean, Cleveland State could have come out there and been like Oral Roberts. You wouldn't have known.
Well, to be fair to Ohio State, they have been struggling coming into the tournament.
You know what? At least my bracket isn't ruined, unlike some people's.
Like every other
person, the person that thought Oral Roberts would win.
Okay.
But then we go to my west side, and obviously I have Gonzaga going down because it's Gonzaga. I have Mizzou winning. I don't know why. Just because it's funny.
I agree with that. Oklahoma's one of their best players is out. I'm taking Mizzou also.
All right, I'm taking Creighton because I know nothing about a UCSB. I'm taking Ohio because I just don't trust Virginia with winning things. I know that they won March Madness 2 years ago.
Yeah, I was gonna say they won a Natty a couple years ago.
Yeah, they won a Natty a couple of years ago. I think that was just off the skin of their teeth. I remember they barely won that game.
They did, but Texas Tech was a good team that they beat.
Yeah, I know Texas Tech was a good team that they defeat, but if they didn't foul, then they wouldn't have won the game.
That's true.
They wouldn't have won the game. And on top of that, you can't lose to UMBC. And give me a reason as to why I don't think you're gonna beat Ohio. Next, I have Drake beating USC because once again, I also trust USC to win things. Because Jake, can you please explain to me something? Where did Sam Darnold come from?
He went to USC, but first of all, their basketball program is much better, and also they're led by the man I think will be the third pick in the NBA draft, Evan Mobley, and they have a extremely physical front court.
Fair enough. But
I do not think Drake will win that game.
All right, doubter.
I have been wrong before.
You're showing your disrespect. It makes me very sad. I have Kansas being EWU, but I mean, I think that would be an agreeable pick if the Blue Bloods weren't doing terrible this year. So this might just be an upset. I don't know.
We shall see.
I have Oregon beating VCU because I like the Ducks. I just like ducks in general. They're one of my favorite animals. And then I have Iowa being GCU. I actually didn't know anybody lived in Iowa, but apparently there's some good players on this team.
Luke Garza was best player in college basketball.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying, but that's why I'm going for Iowa. Then we go to the East, and I have Michigan, which is obvious. I don't think Texas is going to win that. I have St. Bonaventure winning. I don't know.
Oh, no!
I have Georgetown winning because Patrick Ewing. I have FSU winning because, why not? I have BYU because I also don't trust UCLA to make it far.
They used to be amazing.
And I have Texas going there as well because I don't even know who ACU is.
Me neither.
Yeah, and I have UConn.
UConn is very good. UConn is very good.
Against Maryland, I don't think. And Alabama, who I actually didn't even know had a baseball team. I'm done. I give up. I hate this game. I hate this. I give up.
I mean, if someone told me they had a baseball team, I might question it also. The problem is March Madness is not baseball.
No, I know. I'm gonna say basketball. I didn't even realize that Alabama had a basketball team. I didn't even think Alabama students knew they had a basketball team.
It's like Duke with football.
Yeah, like Duke with football. I didn't realize Duke had a football team. But that's my picks for the first round. So Jake, please amuse me.
All right.
Share me your bracket.
Okay. Where is my bracket?
Well, isn't it online somewhere?
No, I have a paper version of it.
Oh, you have a paper version. Oh, man's got a paper version.
Yes, sir.
Ooh.
All right.
Fun.
All right. So let's start with the West. Obviously, I have Gonzaga beating Missouri.
Okay.
I got Missouri winning. Oklahoma's they're a little banged up. I do have Virginia beating Ohio, because if it's not Ohio, if it's any college in Ohio that's not Ohio State, I don't trust. I got Virginia. I got USC beating Drake. I think USC is a very, very good team. I think they can make a little bit of a run. They'll be in college. When you have a star player, it goes a long way. Let
me tell you one other thing. Let me tell you another reason why I picked Drake to win. Because here's the thing: Drake, the rapper, has been pretty trash recently.
Yes, he has.
And I think just out of pizzy, he deserves to win. I
disagree with that.
I mean, Take Care is a great album. Drake, sponsor me. Give me some front row seats to your concert, and I'll probably boo you if you play anything other than your album other than songs from your album Take Care, deluxe version, by the way. I had to spend the extra $1 on iTunes to get it, and it was worth it.
I think Drake is absolutely horrendous. I think he should retire from music. I'm picking USC. Anyway, I'm picking Kansas over Eastern Washington. I'm picking Oregon over VCU. Oregon's actually a very good team. I'm picking Iowa over Grand Canyon, obviously Michigan winning. I have St. Bonaventure winning as well. They're actually a very good team. As much as I love Georgetown, My uncle, God rest his soul, went there, got his law degree there. Obviously, I love Patrick Ewing. They're hot. But other than this little hot streak, Georgetown has not been very good this year. And
Yeah, you're right. They've been
very...
great. They've been great enough to where I could pick them.
Yeah, I'm in the Final Four. Anyway,
In the Final Four, yeah.
Yeah, after this, I got to talk about your Final Four. I got some questions.
All right, I'll pull up my Final Four again just for everybody to see.
All right, so I got Colorado winning. Florida State's an excellent team. I got them winning. I have UCLA upsetting BYU. I thought they looked very good last night, UCLA. I have Texas beating ACU. I think Texas is an excellent team. Shaka Smart, their head coach, has been criticized in recent years. They're possibly on the hot seat. I think this is his best shot yet. I got UConn.
Facts.
Being Maryland, UConn's an excellent team. We know how good the women's team is. The men's team has had some success in recent years. They've won a couple of national championships in the last decade. Had some good NBA players come out of there. Kemba Walker, Jeremy Lamb, Shabazz Napier's had an okay career. Also,
Kembrick Walker.
Yep. Their star player, Jason Bouknight, is projected lottery pick. Whenever he's been on the court, he's had some injury. When he's been on the court, they've been outstanding. And also, I have Alabama winning.
Nice. All right. Now let's get to the South, Jake. You got to say who you told.
All right. So I also got Baylor winning.
Obviously.
I did have Wisconsin winning.
Oh, you did?
Yeah,
I had some faith in USC, honestly.
USC. I like you said you wanted Drake to win.
No, I said UNC.
Oh, UNC. I know. I was honestly really conflicted because I thought Wisconsin was a better team, but Roy Williams has been to this tournament God knows how many times, and he's had a lot of success. But thankfully, I'm taking Winthrop to beat Villanova. Villanova's got a lot of injuries, and Winthrop went 23-1 this year. They're a very good team. Could be a wild card in this tournament. I got Purdue beating North Texas. Purdue's on upset alert. Purdue.
Let me tell you something. North Texas is winning 66-61, and I have North Texas.
I pray to God that North Texas does not win this game.
All right, now you have to go to the best part. Now you have to say who won the last 4 games.
Okay, this is where my bracket just absolutely blew up. I had Utah State upsetting Texas Tech. Didn't quite work out.
Mm-hmm.
I did have Arkansas winning.
Oh, I thought you had Colgate winning.
I was gonna pick Colgate, but then when I looked at it a little deeper, I realized this Arkansas team is very good. I realized the coach of Arkansas used to be the coach of Nevada when they had a very strong 2 or 3 year run. So I ended up sticking with Arkansas.
Yeah. And the other thing is the reason why I didn't pick Colgate was because I just don't think I could really pick a team that's named after a toothpaste.
That is true. That is true.
Unless you're talking about Colgate Platinum, then I'd probably vote for them in a heartbeat, but it's just standard Colgate.
That is true. Anyway, I did have Virginia Tech beating Florida. That's a shame.
Ooh, say it. Say the last one. Say it. You have to say it.
Just like everybody else, besides Justin over here, I thought Ohio State would easily run through what's her name? Oral Roberts University. Somehow, someway, Oral Roberts pulled off a monumental upset and defeated Ohio State 75-72. Moving on to the Midwest. Obviously, I Illinois winning. Could you imagine picking Drexel? Couldn't be me.
I think it was rigged. Game's rigged. Game was rigged. Non-New Jersey bias. Non-New Jersey bias right there.
Tom Brady was at the game.
Yeah, exactly. Facts.
Loyola Chicago. I had them winning, so I got that one right. Sister Jean all the way. I had Tennessee winning, so that's an L. I did have Oklahoma State winning. I think Oklahoma State is an excellent team, led by the guy who will probably be the number 1 pick in the draft, Cade Cunningham. Like I said, when you have a star player like that in college, it has a bigger effect than the NBA because in college there's very few of these star players. NBA, there's one of almost every team. I'm picking San Diego State to beat Syracuse. I love Syracuse. I just think that San Diego State is an excellent team. They're a great defensive team. Remember, they should be hungry because last year they could have been a 1 seed, but the tournament got canceled because of COVID.
Oh yeah, I hate to see it.
Yeah, West Virginia. I've been beating Morehead State. Never heard of Morehead State.
Well, you know what? I've never heard of Morehead State, but I know for a fact that I didn't even know West Virginia had a basketball team, and I don't even think West Virginia Steelers knew they had a basketball team.
Honestly, I think they did because they have an excellent program. The coach, Bob Huggins, is an excellent coach there. I have Rutgers upsetting Clemson.
My man.
Yeah.
Clemson is actually winning right now 13-12.
All right. Still early. We shall see. Clemson, I don't think Clemson students don't have a basketball team either.
Yeah, I mean, you have Trevor Lawrence on your football team.
Trevor Lawrence, we have a basketball team? What?
Exactly.
In the second round, with the West, I got the Zags beating Creighton. I got USC beating Iowa. I really like USC. I think Iowa's a great team as well, but I'm taking USC. I think Florida State upsets Michigan. Michigan's just one of those teams. Like, they're a very, very good team. Juwan Howard does an excellent job. They're very disciplined. They don't scare me for some reason. I'm taking Florida State. I got UConn upsetting Texas. I think UConn's an excellent team. Whenever Joseph Boaknight's been on the court, they have been one of the best teams in the country. I'm taking them to beat Texas. I just don't trust Texas in anything unless it comes for something to do with the word big, because everything's bigger in Texas. Anyway, Justin's face he looks disgusted. Anyway, moving on to
Cringe.
Moving on to the South, I got Purdue upsetting Baylor. I think Purdue's a very good team. Hopefully they win this game. Otherwise, I'll look like a moron. I got Oklahoma State beating Arkansas. I think Cade Cunningham is gonna be carrying them. I got Illinois beating Tennessee. Illinois is a very, very good team. I got San Diego State upsetting Houston. Houston, for some reason, they're always like a high seed, but they just never make it that far. Now to the Sweet 16, I got Gonzaga beating USC, and I got Florida State beating UConn. That's in the it can be the Elite Eight now. You go to the South, I got Oklahoma State beating Purdue, and Illinois beating San Diego State. In the Final Four, I got Gonzaga out of the West, Florida State out of the East, Oklahoma State out of the South, and Illinois out of the Midwest. I got Gonzaga beating Florida State, Oklahoma State going all the way to the finals. They beat Illinois. In the end, I have Gonzaga beating Oklahoma State 79-73.
All right, I guess it's my time to show you my not even pulling up.
I just realized because my background you cannot see that. My apologies, but Gonzaga will be national champs. Mark Few finally gets his national championship.
All right, so you want to see my Final Four? You want to talk about it?
Yeah, I have some questions.
Okay. Avert your eyes, people. It's a little scary. Okay, yeah, so here's my Final Four.
Okay.
I don't really see a problem here.
I do. All right. Gonzaga is the best team. They got 3 of the best 10 players in the country. They're undefeated. I don't care that they play in a weak division. They played a lot of top teams here. They beat them. They're by far the best team. They're always a top team in this. Mark Few's done an amazing job. But Georgetown went 13-12. Like, in the Big East. The Big East hasn't been a good conference in like a decade.
Yeah, it's the Big Least, I know.
And I don't know how they get to the Final Four. Villanova,
because of 2 words. Patrick Ewing.
Patrick Ewing's been there like 4 or 5 years. This is the first time they made the tournament. All of a sudden, they're just going to go to the national championship.
I have faith in them.
We shall see.
Respect my faith.
The one problem that I have with Georgetown is that their defense is terrible. It was better in the Big East tournament, but overall it's been terrible. And you got to play some sort of defense if you want to win in March Madness. You got Villanova. They've won 2 natties in this decade, but also they're very banged up. They're not as good as they usually are. They got a tough matchup against Winthrop. If you look at their road, even if they get past Winthrop, excuse me. Yep, I was right. They gotta play if Purdue loses and they get North Texas and they win, then they're gonna get either Arkansas or Oklahoma State. Both are excellent teams, and then they're probably gonna have to be Illinois.
My thought was that you just can't sleep on Villanova because they are still a very, very good basketball team.
Yes, but in college, because college teams don't have the same depth the NBA teams do, when a team that is extremely banged up like Villanova, that makes it really, really hard to win in March. So I'm selling low on Villanova and Rutgers. Rutgers sports has not been good like ever.
Let me tell you something. I have to respect New Jersey in some way. So the thing is this, I don't care if they're not good. All I care about is that they're from New Jersey, my home state, and I think that they will somehow make it to the Final Four. Like, here's the thing. I have them beating Syracuse. I have them beating Loyola Chicago. I have them beating Houston or Cleveland State. I picked Cleveland State. I was wrong. Look at that. They're already beating Rutgers by 1 point. They're already beating Clemson by 1 point.
They're beating themselves?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, man. The only team that can stop Rutgers is Rutgers.
I do have them beating Clemson. I think they're a little better than expected. But Rutgers sports are awful. And all right, let's say they.
And that's what you said about Oral Roberts as well. But guess what?
No, I said their team was terrible. I didn't say their sports were horrible. You never know. Their baseball team could be amazing. I don't know. But I'm telling you right now, Rutgers does not get out of the second round.
Okay.
I don't think Georgetown. I don't think they get to the second round at best. Villanova, they'll get to the Sweet. If God Himself blesses Villanova, they get to the Sweet 16. But we agree on Gonzaga. By the way, can we see your final score?
No.
Yes, we have to scroll
down. No,
down.
it's not safe for kids.
Scroll down. You won't. 420 to 69.
Yes, I just thought of some very quick, very clever numbers.
Okay.
And I just thought that they'd beat I just thought they would beat Villanova because they are so injured. Like you said, I actually had them beating Villanova by 351 points. They're yeah, that was basically where my mental came from. This definitely wasn't something very childish. This is actually just a very well thought out, well planned Albert Einstein style thought right here. This like a Goodwill Hunting moment when Matt Damon solves the question on the board at MIT and gets it right. This is
Matt Damon's in that?
Yeah.
Yes?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that was Goodwill Hunting. Is that the one with Tom Cruise and Jack Nicholson?
No, that's A Few Good Men.
Oh, damn it. Wrong movie. Never mind.
Goodwill Hunting is I think it's Matt Damon, Robin Williams, and I think Ben Affleck. It's either Ben Affleck or Brad Pitt. I don't know. It's a good movie though.
All right.
If it's Ben Affleck, it's one of the very few movies that Ben Affleck was good in.
Yeah, I don't see him. I don't see why he's a good actor. First of all, he's the worst Batman I've ever seen. His Batman is the worst character portrayal ever. He just does not fit the character. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, he doesn't. But I also really don't think don't really think the guy from the Twilight films is going to be any better.
That is true. Robert Pattinson. He's a
I
decent actor, but I don't. Hopefully, I'm wrong, but I don't have high hopes.
If you're asking me, I would have rather seen Carl Urban, the guy who plays Billy Butcher.
Yes, I would. That's diabolical.
Yeah, I would be very much excited for that. I would pay $100 to see that.
You might kill a kid. Will that be a crying shame?
Oh my god, yeah. All right, now it's time for our very special weekly segment. You hate to see it. Woo!
Go, Justin. I do have one, but you have a ton of content. You go first. Take it away.
No, you go first.
Me go first?
You have the least contest. You have the least content. Before you go, I'm gonna guess that this is the Devils losing a game.
It is not.
Yes, it is.
No, it is.
That's
no,
cap. That's cap.
Seriously, it's not. Devils actually picked up a couple wins this week.
Yeah, I know they beat Pittsburgh. I was surprised.
All right.
All right, you guys lost to the Capitals. That's not bad.
Yeah, but that's not what you hate. That's not what you hate to see me is though.
Oh, you guys lost to the Flyers. Oh wait, no, you're right. You guys beat the Flyers.
Look at 9-0. Look, 7 goals in the second period. 7 goals in 1 period. Shout out to Matt Janik. 7 goals in 1 period. 9-0 in a hockey game. Justin, how much do you hate to see it?
Honestly, I don't hate to see it, considering that the Flyers are a rival of the Devils. So like the Flyers can't lose enough for me. So I'm actually gonna give that a 0. I will give the Rangers their credit where credit is due. It's incredibly impressive that they scored 9 goals in a game, let alone 7 in 1 period. That's incredibly impressive, because at that rate, if it's 20-minute periods, at that rate you're scoring a goal every 2.5 to 3 minutes.
Wow. What do you think?
That's impressive.
Wow. What do you? I remember I'm watching the game. By the time it was the 6th goal, look the players whenever they score a goal in hockey, they're always like, yeah. Like the fit was they're just like, yeah, good job. Like they just ran out of celebration. They're like, yeah, good job. Yeah, and the announcers were just like, oh, it's another goal. Yay. They're like, they're the one else to say.
And especially since
expect it to happen.
Yeah, and also they were playing at the Garden, so that makes the game extra special. So good job to the Rangers.
Yeah. All right. That's all I have for hate to see it. Justin, though, has a ton. Great to see.
Yeah,
Justin,
I have a few things. So let's start off with this, Jake. How much you hate to see it?
I'm gonna go with
30 points. A guy dropped 30 points. And the other guy dropped 29.
I'm gonna go face.
They beat them in overtime. Oh my god. No way. 50% from 3, 21 from 3, 50 from the free throw line.
All right, I'm gonna go for 7. When you said it, because people that don't know, I'm sure you figured out Justin and I are roommates. He's not in my room right now. He's home visiting his family. Justin, say hi to your mom.
Hi, Dad.
Justin, say hi to your mom and your dad and your grandma and your other grandma for me, please. Thank you very much. So a few days ago, when he saw Oral Roberts, he was like, Justin and I, we joke a lot. There's so many memes in our room, from Patrick Morris to Billy Butcher, to got to a lot of other things I can't say on this podcast. We have a lot of memes. When I thought it was like another one of our memes. And then when it actually happened, I was speechless. I'm like, are you kidding me? I thought this would be like a meme for the next month. And it still will be, but it's just gonna bring me terror.
Just like me hitting a green with Robin Lopez from the 3-point line in 2K.
That was terrible. I do feel for my man Tom, one of my friends. He goes to Ohio State. I'm sure he's not too happy, but
hi Tom.
Ohio State's fans are just the biggest crybabies, and I do enjoy seeing them cry when they lose. So at least now it'll be very fun to see what their excuse is as they lost to frickin' Laurel Roberts. So that's what only thing that keeps it from being a 10. I'll give it a 7.
All right, I'm gonna give it a 0 because I'm happy to see it. All my doubters, where you at? Now I gotta show you this. No, give me a second here. Okay, I hate to see that. Okay, so as you can see, the Rockets are losing right now to the Pistons. Now, with the Western Conference, this is why I mostly want to show you. The Rockets are on an 18-game L streak, which means if they lose to the Pistons, they're going to have a longer loss streak than the 2018-2019 Knicks. So how much do you hate to see it, considering that they were not even a few months ago a phenomenal team?
I'm gonna go with a 10. It's so sad. This team was a top 5 team in the West year in and year out. You think they had one of the best backcourts in the league of James Harden and Russell Westbrook. They had some other quality players also. You're thinking, all right, they bring in DeMarcus Cousins. They trade Westbrook for John Wall, which has ended up being a very good trade. Wall's had a better year than Russell Westbrook. They had PJ Tucker. They have Danuel House.
PJ Tucker just got traded to the Bucks for Radion Brooks.
Yes, he did. They had Deshaun Tate showing some promise. I was thinking, all right, this team should be decent. Then James Harden says, "I want out." He just says he doesn't think the team has what it takes to win a championship. So they trade him to the Brooklyn Nets in a 4-team trade with the Pacers and the Cavs. They get back Victor Oladipo, a bunch of other scrubs, and a God knows how many first-round picks. 4 first-rounders plus 4 swaps. Christian Wood ends up getting injured. Before they knew it, it was an excellent backcourt of Wall and Oladipo and nobody else. And also, this guy Steven Silas, get this guy out of here. You gotta fire
Steven Silas. He's way too calm on the court. Like, the good thing with Mike D'Antoni is that he'd fight for every foul, even if he knew it was even if he knew the call was correct, he'd still fight for it. I don't want to sound like that guy, but it just doesn't seem like Steven Silas is as loyal to the Rockets as Mike D'Antoni was.
Also, when Harden was training in another country, when the Rockets were already starting training camp, which is why I'm not a huge fan of James Harden. He goes, they asked him about the situation. He said, "We had a good talk." You had a good talk? You called him on the phone from wherever he is in Mexico or wherever, and you had a good talk? If I were him, I would say you need to get your ASS to Houston. You're a member of the Houston Rockets. I understand you want out, but we're trying to trade you. Unfortunately, you're one of the greatest scorers in the NBA history. We can't just trade you, for Victor Oladipo. We need to get as many draft picks and cap relief as we can, because without you, our team's going to go into a giant rebuild. But yes. 18 losses in a row? Are you kidding me? They are 1 away from tying the NBA record, which is very possible because they're down. Last time we saw the score a couple minutes ago, they were down by 8 in the fourth quarter to the worst team in the Eastern Conference.
Oh yeah. But anyway, I give it a 10. Now we actually get to the fun part, the clips. I know y'all are excited.
Here we go.
Okay, so this one, pretty sad. I cried to see it. I very much sobbed to see it. So, Golden State, Stephen Curry makes a nice probe strat here. You know, doing Steph Curry things. He can make this three. Barely misses it. He falls, and he's in a lot of pain right there. Now, if we get a little closer, if I could show a quicker replay here, he falls onto metal stairs and hurts his tailbone. Now, considering that, no, this isn't necessarily funny, but God forbid if he had a pretty bad injury on his tailbone, he's going to be out for a while. So, considering he's the best player on that team, and you don't have Klay Thompson to really carry that load because he's injured for this season as well, how much do you hate to say it?
I'm gonna go with a 10. I love Stephen Curry, one of my favorite players, the greatest shooter of all time. It's not even close. The Warriors with him are barely in the playoffs. Without him, they might be in the territory with the Rockets and the Timberwolves. Outside of him, they have absolutely no one. They might be the worst shooting team in the league without Stephen Curry. I mean, hopefully he's not out too long, because otherwise the Warriors are going to sink, and you hate to see great players get injured like that. I'm giving it a 10.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. Now let's get to the funnies.
Here we go!
So I thought Joaquin Phoenix deserved the award for Best Actor, but I think Kyle Lowry is also a close second here. Oh, great. I get added, of course.
All right, you can skip it, I think.
Yeah, I can, but I just wish I didn't get an ad for a 2-minute video. Anyway, so here we go. So Kyle Lowry gets the steal, gets hit in the face, and he just goes down. Oh man, he's like protect. No, watch it in slow-mo. He gets like a light tap to the face. He gets like a love tap to the. Like this probably wasn't hard enough to sting a little bit, but not enough to where he literally. I mean, the man literally. Let me show the .25 here. He literally like collapses on the ground, and then he starts like crying. I mean, this is a flop, honestly. So how much do you hate to see it?
That's a 10. Kyle Lowry is a grown man. He's a professional athlete.
Look, he's shaking his head. He's like, "Oh man, I can't believe you've done this."
DeLon Wright of the Detroit Pistons, his hand barely even probably like this,
like grazed his face.
He
he's like trying to breathe it off.
his hand. Yes, it was probably very uncomfortable. A guy just
he's got to have the medical stuff.
And another guy grazed your face. But then we have to do like a mega flop and be down for 2 minutes and then need the trainer to give you like a concussion test.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you need to go to concussion protocol for that.
I mean, it probably felt very weird for another man to caress another man's face. That's very weird.
Wait, we got a close up here. Ooh. I mean, that was a pretty beefy slap, but not enough to do that.
So yeah, I'm sure I feel uncomfortable and maybe it hurt. Maybe a little bit of pain, but he completely overdid it. Kyle Lowry's got to be one of the softest human beings ever. I give it a 10. Kyle Lowry, grow up.
Yep, I give that an 8. It would have been funnier if he actually got a concussion from it. Plot twist, he was actually in pain. All right, next clip. Okay, this is very strange. I don't even know how I can explain this, but Russell Westbrook takes it up the floor with, I guess that's Rui Hachimura. It looks on. Okay, pass it over to Mo Wagner. Pump fakes.
Oh my God!
Well, let's .25 that. He gets the ball from Mo Wagner. Decides to do a mellow pump fake. And ends up turning it over. to Jan and ends up making it roll to Brooke Lopez. So honestly, when Russell Westbrook has gotten on this team, he's just done some bad things have been happening to him. First, it was he airballs the layup. Then on the starting lineup, he gets mixed up with Isaiah Thomas. And now he tries to pump fake and gets it turned over. So much do you hate to see it?
I'm going for 10. Can we give Russell Westbrook a break? The guy's had a tough year. So, the guy, I'm not, he requests a trade, right? Yeah, he's probably tired of James Harden yelling at him to stop missing threes. Meanwhile, James Harden does the exact same thing in the postseason. And so he requests a trade but I didn't think he expected to get traded to the Washington Wizards. You're going from, one of the better teams in the league to one of the worst teams in the league. So that happens. Then, you got this guy, he airballs a layup. He airballs a layup, he gets, they show a picture of Isaiah Thomas, who hasn't been relevant in years. I don't think he's even in the league right now in the starting lineup. And now he tries to pump fake it instead he basically hands the ball to Brooke Lopez. That was on House of Highlights. Give the poor guy a break at 10. This guy's a great player. This guy averaged a triple-double 3 straight seasons, former MVP. He's a great player. 10 out of 10, I hate to see it.
I give it a 10 as well. Next group. All right, here we go. Mr. All-Star Captain, Mr. All-Star MVP, 2-time MVP. Nice. Oh. Nice. And he's mad. So how much you hate to see it? That's a bad airball. I'll start off, I'll give it a 10.
I'm going for 10. Your team, Milwaukee ended up winning the game, but your team's down 18 points to the Sixers without Joel Embiid. It's the same guy that after he made a big shot late in the game, he just sat down in the middle of the court. By the way, he's playing in Philly. He's lucky that there's limited fans. Otherwise, he would have been called some things that can definitely not be repeated on this podcast.
Yeah, the Philly fans are brutal. They really are.
So
Philadelphia sports fans are brutal.
He better hope that when it comes playoff time and that he's not playing in Philly with, at least 50% fan, because he's going to hear it, and he better not lose to Philly in the playoffs. Giannis got a big target on his back, especially when he does that, and he airballs a wide open throw. The guy's 6'10". He's the reigning 2-time MVP of the entire league. One of the best players in the league, and he airballs a 3. And he's not a guy within a country mile of him.
Greek freak.
10 out of 10. Speaking of the Greek freak, that was a very freakingly bad shot.
Yeah, that's what I meant to say. Yeah. Next group. All right. Now we have this. Now, as much as I like the Knicks, this is a little bit ridiculous. So they're playing the 76ers. Ntilikina taking up the floor. And I get an ad. Fun. Thanks, truth.org. Appreciate it. Okay, Mayway Ntilikina takes it up. Obi Toppin gets it. Wide open. Nah, no shot. How much you hate to see it?
That's a 10. Obi, what are you doing? It looked like he's about to dunk. He's like, you know what? I should do a layup. I know I should do a dunk. Gah. Like, dude.
Yeah. His brain just turned into mush. Almost like when I listened to Death Grips the Money Store. When I listened to that, I thought my brain was in a food processor. I was like, what did I just witness?
Like, you're 6'10". You can easily dunk this. You were in the dunk contest.
Yeah, you barely lost to Afro-Nissan.
You almost won the dunk contest. You're 6'10". You're wide open right into the hoop. You could do a dunk or a layup. It doesn't matter. You cannot be missing that in the NBA.
Basket.
Obi, just turn your brain on, please. 10 out of 10.
I give it 10. Now, finally, the pièce de résistance. I think I said that wrong.
The who?
Ooh, I don't know.
The who?
I don't know. I don't even know. Don't even ask. Don't even ask.
I have no clue what you just said.
Okay, anyway, Pelicans, Trailblazers, Damian Lillard over to Enes Kanter. He goes down. Derrick Jones Jr. is down on the ground.
Oh no, no,
Now,
no,
you're probably wondering, Justin, what actually happened? And I will tell you in a second. So he's down. He's clearly in some pain. You know where he got hit. But if they could show a different angle here. So watch this. So let's 0.5 it. Eric Bledsoe. Boom! Just palms him right in the nuts. Oh, it's relatable. It's the relatable pain that everybody knows. Every guy knows this pain. He's down on his knees. He's upset. Eric Bledsoe probably doesn't think this is a foul, but it definitely is. This should be a crime against humanity. How much do you hate to see it? He's even grabbing his groin while he's walking. Like, how much do you hate to see it?
As a fellow male, just like Derrick Jones Jr., I know what it feels like to be hit in the area he was. It is very, very painful. It is very uncomfortable. 15 out of 10. Why is every single player in the NBA getting hit in the groin area?
I don't know, but I give that
NBA,
a 30.
The NBA needs to start suspending people for doing this. Enough is enough.
Yeah, exactly. Well, exactly. I mean, if they suspended Draymond for it, they should suspend every other player for it.
Exactly. That is, like you said, being hit in the groin there for a man is one of the worst things you could ever do to a man. It should be a crime against humanity. People need to start being suspended. You can foul people whatever you want, but leave the family of Jules alone.
Yes.
15
Facts.
out of 10.
I give that a 30 billion out of 10.
Yeah, I would have to agree,
but now
yes.
it's time for Jake and Justin's Athlete of the Week. Well, today we actually have multiple athletes for you.
Yes, first time ever.
Number one, we're going to give it to the Sacred Heart University football team. And here's why, because last Sunday, they absolutely shellacked LIU, winning, what was it, 35-7?
I believe it was like that. It was
total
first,
ponage.
Yes. By the way, it was Justin and I's first sport event we ever went to at SHU. SHU was not allowing fans because of COVID. They're now allowing limited fans. It was a lot of fun. I was heckling the LIU team quarterback.
Yes, you were. You were antagonizing him for his ponytail.
I gotta say something. I have a story.
Game.
Yeah, Justin was filming the game probably like 50 feet away from me. And he's like texting me like, dude, I can hear you.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I could hear you though.
The LIU quarterback is lucky that I wasn't on the other side of the bleachers right by his sideline. He would have been tortured for life.
Yeah, probably.
He would have been traumatized.
Probably. Second, it's going to Drew Brees because the man has officially retired. So, quick round of applause for him. 39 years old, 20 seasons in the league, 5 with the Chargers, which is probably the worst, probably the worst experience of his life. I feel bad for him. But then he made a comeback going to the Saints. And all I have to say is they better retire his jersey, because even though he didn't win a lot of Super Bowls with them, he bought something to that team that no quarterback has, and I don't think any other quarterback after him will be like Drew Brees was. I mean, he will go down as one of the greats without a doubt.
Yeah. Before we're saying Drew Brees, they were the laughing stock of the NFL. They were nicknamed the Inks. They were that bad. Drew Brees, when he was up at Chargers, the reason the Chargers let him go was he had a very, very serious shoulder injury. He had a torn labrum. The Chargers were not sure he would ever be the same again. So that's why they drafted Phillip Rivers in 2004. Said, let's go with this guy. The Miami Dolphins were interested in signing him. The shoulder injury scared them off. The Saints took a chance on him, gave him a 5-year contract. And what he do? He gave them 15 seasons of greatness. He's currently the NFL's all-time leader in passing yards. He's and completion, second all-time in passing touchdowns. Former Super Bowl MVP, an all-time great. Played at a high level until he was through his age 41 season. Did a ton for the community, and in New Orleans, he donated millions and millions of dollars to COVID relief. A stand-up guy, a stand-up player, just absolute all-time great. I think he's a top 5 quarterback in NFL history, maybe even top 3. All-time great. He was the savior of the New Orleans Saints. He put them on the map, brought them their only Super Bowl they've ever won. So many great moments. Drew Brees, enjoy retirement.
Oh, yep. And then I wish him the best of luck. But the last athlete of the week is
there one?
Well, there's one more, and you might not remember, but we did say it. If Oral Roberts won against Ohio State, you said that I could be athlete of the week, even though I'm not an athlete.
Congratulations, Justin Alter. You are the athlete of the week.
Oh my God. Wow. I cannot believe this honor. Thank you so much, guys, for thank you so much. I'd like to thank my mom, my dad, my grandma, my grandpa, everybody in the Alter family, for getting me this far from just becoming a freshman in college to becoming the athlete of the week on my own show.
You've been a freshman in college for less than a year.
Yeah, it doesn't even matter. We're not going to talk about it. But I'm not even an athlete, so I'm going to be the first ever non-athlete to win Jake and Justin's athlete of the week.
You're an esports athlete.
That's true. I am an esports athlete.
You are part of the esports team. You are an athlete.
I was part of the esports team, therefore I'm technically an athlete. Yes.
Yes, you are.
By the way, if you ever watch this, Matthew Super Delisi of the San Francisco Shock, I hope you get a sub 20 on your Minecraft speed run and sign me to the Shock, because all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna flame you the entire time. But anyway, guys, that's gonna be it for our show. And Jake, take it away.
All right. Thank you so much to our listeners. We will be back next week. There will be a guest. I promise. I won't show you again. Who is it going to be? I'm not going to tell you. You have to watch
There's no
the show.
guest again, guys. There's no guest.
There's
not
no
guest next time.
Do not
He's
listen
false
to,
advertising you.
Do not listen to Justin. Do not listen to Justin. There will be a guest next week. You will see. It will be a very, very special guest. But for now, so long. See you next time.
All right. Have a great rest of your Saturday, guys. Peace.
Peace out.